Kotaku, a very reliable news reporting company, were able to contact with an employee at Rockstar Games, which the employee was talking about their experience of developing the game GTA 6. However, there's a chance that the sequel, or I should say GTA 6, may release in 2026, and that is in case if Rockstar Games will plan a fallback or an emergency option. Because we all know that Jason Schreier, a reliable news reporter from Bloomberg, was able to confirm recently that the game has reached at its final stage of development, and from there we were able to speculate that GTA 6 will most likely release in early 2025. But of course, we didn't expect for this employee at Rockstar Games to tell that the game may release in 2026. That is in case if Rockstar will plan a fallback option or an emergency option. Because you guys know in April, the employees of Rockstar will come back to the office to work 5 days a week, which that was basically against of their, I'm gonna say, wish. You know, they just don't want to go back to the office. They were able to complain about that. So without, of course, obviously guys, the developers, the designers, GTA 6 won't be coming out. It will be getting delayed. So we're gonna find out all of these informations in today's video. We talked about whether GTA 6 is releasing in 2026 or not. But as always, if you guys want to see more GTA 6 videos similar to this one, then you guys are at the right channel. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe with notifications on, as we are trying to reach to 100 subscribers. So let's make this happen and let's get straight into the video. First of all, I'd like to confirm that this is coming from reliable sources. I mean, it was basically from Kotaku originally, but later on, more accounts across the internet were able to spread this information. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Morse Mutual on Instagram. They basically said, guys, GTA 6 is set for 2025, a spring release. That was posted before this Kotaku information, I'm gonna say, you guys know what I mean. They said, Kotaku sources confirm GTA 6 is set for a 2025 spring release. While there is still uncertainty amongst employees that could fall behind to late 2025 or in a worse scenario 2026. And which later on they made this post, they said GTA 6 production is reportedly falling behind. A delay to 2026 is on the table at Rockstar, hence why they urge everyone to return to the office to avoid this scenario. So of course, if we want to talk about more additionally, they said Kotaku sources say Rockstar is still aiming for GTA 6 to arrive in spring 2025. While an early 2025 release is the goal, they aren't sure if this will happen, and a fall 2025 launch seems more plausible and feasible. Meanwhile, delaying the game to 2026 is on the table as a sort of fallback plan or emergency option if needed. Well, a huge Instagram news reporting account were able to confirm this information as well, which they said, guys, GTA 6 could be pushed back until 2026 due to production reportedly falling back. And if you want to talk about more additionally, Rockstar Games is facing concerns over delays in the production of GTA 6, with sources indicating that the game might miss its anticipated 2025 release window and slip into 2026 due to falling behind in development. This has prompted the company to urge its employees to return to the office, sparking frustration among remote workers who feel pressured after being hired remotely. Despite Rockstar's aim for an early 2025 launch, sources suggest that a fall 2025 release seems more likely, while a potential delay to 2026 remains on the table, as reported by Kotaku. So I'll be leaving basically the website's link in the description, where you guys can basically check out these informations by yourselves just to confirm. So I just took some screenshots from the website of Kotaku, pretty much guys, the reporting of basically their conversation with Rockstar Games employee. They said here, guys, GTA 6 production reportedly falling behind. Rockstar urges staff to return to the office to avoid delay. The open world sequel is set to launch next year, but leadership is worried it could get delayed until 2026. So they said, Grand Theft Auto 6 is likely one of the most anticipated games in history, with millions of players around the world waiting for any scrap of info or a screenshot of the upcoming open world crime simulator. However, as remote workers struggle with an unwanted return to the office mandate from Rockstar Games, Kotaku has learned from sources with knowledge of the game's development process that GTA 6 could miss its 2025 release window and slip into 2026. Officially unveiled in December 2023 after a massive 2022 leak, GTA 6 is the hotly anticipated follow-up to 2013's GTA 5. Over a decade after that game's release and its massive still growing sales numbers, Rockstar Games is hard at work on the sequel, which is set in Vice City, a fictional take on Miami, Florida. The game is set to come to PS5 and Xbox Series sometime in 2025, and internally, that's still the plan. Kotaku was told by sources with knowledge of the situation that early 2025 is currently the goal. However, Kotaku has also learned that it's becoming more and more likely that the sequel might not land until late 2025. It's also possible that it could even slip into 2026 as production reportedly falls behind. While security and quality are reportedly the main reasons Rockstar is instituting the mandate to return to the office, I was told by sources who wish to remain anonymous to avoid possible retaliation that development on GTA 6 has started falling behind. I'm told this has leadership at Rockstar nervous and worried about the game missing the 2025 window and slipping into 2026, and is another big reason the company is pushing for a return to the office in April. At the moment, I'm told that Rockstar is still aiming for GTA 6 to arrive in spring 2025. While an early 2025 release is the goal, sources say they aren't sure if this will happen, and a fall 2025 launch seems more plausible and feasible. Meanwhile, delaying the game to 2026 is on the table as a sort of fallback plan or emergency option if needed. And of course, it should be noted, and I was reminded when talking to folks about this situation, that Rockstar Games historically waits until the last minute to make changes or alter plans. So the next trigger for the game, no word on when to expect that, might not reflect a delay as the company pushes forward on development. Kotaku has contacted Rockstar Games. Speaking to Aftermath, one employee shared concerns that after improving over the last few years, Rockstar Games could slide back into dev crunch as GTA 6 enters the final part of its long development. We're concerned about going back to that, said one Rockstar employee to Aftermath. I've been through a couple of projects, both of which had crunch. The first one was extremely difficult. I had way less gray hair back then. We want to continue the strides we've made as a company to remove that toxic culture. Even if the game is internally pushed back until late 2025 or is publicly delayed until 2026, that doesn't mean workers who are being forced to return to the office against their wishes won't have to crunch. In fact, sometimes delays just mean more crunch. Regardless, it's clear that GTA 6's final year or so of development won't be easy or quick as the company aims for early 2025. So if we are going to conclude this, I'm gonna say technically the interview, Rockstar Games are still aiming to release GTA 6 in early 2025, or I should say at least in 2025. But in case they'll be having a fallback plan or emergency option, then they will obviously have to release the game in 2026, as releasing the game in 2026 is on their releases, or I'm gonna say development table. So as of now, we don't really know, we cannot really tell whether the game is coming out in 2025 or 2026, but I recommend you guys to take the year 2026 as a grain of salt, because Rockstar are still aiming to release the game in 2025, and that is all we know so far. But in case if they'll delay the game, then it's gonna be coming out in late 2025 or most likely guys in 2026. This is pretty much crazy. I mean, I really hope that, this won't be taking too long. Hopefully it won't be up to 2026. I mean, you guys know, like, the sooner we get the game, the better. But of course, we're gonna make sure to experience a hotly anticipated video game in fully developed and, I mean, everything fixed. No bug issues, no glitches, and, like everything possible. So basically guys, the players will be able to enjoy the newest Grand Theft Auto era video game. So that's much for the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that this video was informative. Make sure you guys comment down below if you guys believe whether the game is coming out in 2025 or 2026. Personally, I would say 2025, hopefully. But if they'll delay the game, if they'll be having emergency option or fallback plan, then it's going to be coming out in 2026, as this is what it was reported across the internet, and as well as originally from the interview of a Rockstar Games employee, and as well as between Kotaku. Thank you guys for watching. Expect more GTA videos on the channel, so if you guys want to see more, just like and subscribe with notifications on, and yeah, take care y'all.